Well, hello again and welcome to the next interview. And we have Nakimbe on. And it's very nice to have a she on, because there isn't a lot of women in this space for some reason, only known to women. Because it is the one space that I think there is no glass ceiling on. I think there are no restrictions on. So I don't know why people don't just come on and share what they've learned. So, Nakimbe, why don't you introduce yourself and give people an idea of who you are, how long you've been doing this, and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so like Anthony said, Nakimbe Baobab. I am a two-time Fortune 500 C-suite executive with 25 years of marketing leadership under my belt. And I helped 3 corporations get acquired for $3.85 billion, but that's not where my heart lies. My heart always lies with small businesses and helping regular mom and pops be successful. And so I take corporate strategies and I teach small business owners how to, use the whole thing. So earlier when you were saying you don't know why enough women are not in the field, I think I just happened to get into it because I was doing my own entrepreneurial thing. And yeah, people don't know the massive scope of digital marketing. I think they get into it with a lot of enthusiasm and they have no idea what's ahead of them. So I created a roadmap called the S.O.L.D system, S.O.L.D, which stands for Strategic Organic Leads on Demand. So that's usually what I talk about, and specifically now how AI can help to accelerate your success so you get a real edge on your competition, because it's really crowded and noisy out there. So you have to figure out a quick way to stand out.
Yeah, what's your banana suit, as I lovingly call it? If you go to parade and you're the only person in a banana suit, everybody does notice you. So you mentioned AI there, and since this is the AI edition of the Profit Bootcamp, how has AI helped, affected, hit your business in the wrong way? What AI? How is it working for you?
Well, AI has been amazing. So I have a digital marketing course that I sell, and we offer, over $7,000 worth of bonuses. And previously what I had to do is I had to pay my staff to do that. So in terms of, coming up with keywords or producing videos, doing graphic design work, I was hiring somebody to do that. And I had to give them the instruction, hope that they do it right, wait 2-3 days to get it back, wait for the revision. So it really delays things, right? Now with AI, I can just, if it's ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, I just go in and I give it my idea. I ask it for a prompt that I can use in a video. I ask it for a prompt that I can use with graphic design work. And then I put it in Canva or Sora or Midjourney, and it produces it. And if I don't like it, I can tell it right then and there what changes I want until I get it. So instead of me waiting 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks for videos or graphic design, I can literally, as a business owner and entrepreneur, have the idea, produce it, and have it distributed and edited, and even have viral titles and stuff like that AI automatically makes available to you. So that took my profit up. So it's, it's the ultimate profit boot camp. So AI definitely helped to increase my profit margins because I had to pay less people to do things that I was paying them to do before. I think another positive way that it's influenced my business is it's production and efficiency, right? Like I can produce videos very quickly and put them online and do testing to see how it was. Mike Filsame, who I've worked with, talked about before, the way they used to test ads was to run a bunch of different ads and see which ones work. Now it's organic. They're throwing things up on YouTube. They're seeing which of those work. They're seeing which thumbnails work, which AI can help you with. And then they're running with that. So I haven't seen any downside for me. It helps, like all the strategy that I do for clients, all the social media posting ideas that I used to have to think about. Now AI at least gives me, the the bulk of the work, like the foundation and the framework to get started. And of course, you can't just replicate everything AI says. You have to customize it, but it really helps to cut down production time too. So it's been awesome.
So you're able to make more profit, save time, and it is going to affect the people that are doing those jobs without a shadow of a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but how much it is of the rest of it, that's not a debate. I think the only downside of it for me is that there are so many available, and so many tools available and all that. So I know we talked about this before we started recording. So why don't you give people your 3 tips on, how to use AI effectively?
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I wrote them down. So the 3 tips, the first one I would say is don't become overwhelmed. And I know that's probably easier said than done because these new AI tools, different AI tools come out almost every day. Somebody once sent me a bonus of 3,000 AI tools. Who can possibly go through that, right? I see ads on social media.
Somebody who's not making money.
Sure, it's crazy. I saw an AI course and it's like, if you're over 40, these are the 40 tools that you can learn for social media. And that's kind of helpful. But I would say don't become too overwhelmed and don't look for every shiny object. If you want, you can sign up for some of the newsletters that will tell you what the hottest products are. But I would say, first of all, don't become overwhelmed and then pick 3 to 5 essential tools. You don't need 7, 10, 15, 20. It just doesn't make sense, right? I would say take a look at your top 3 to 5 tools. So for me, I like tools around ideation. So that would be either ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity. Pick one, right? Because sometimes what some people do, and I've done it myself, is I'll put a prompt in ChatGPT and then put the same prompt in Claude and then do DeepSeek and kind of see, the difference in their output, which is maybe a good way for you to learn which software you like the best. But don't be a maximizer. Don't, try to use every single tool. So I get one tool for ideation. I would get another tool for graphic design work. So that would either be Midjourney or I think there's Imagine, or Gemini has Copilot. There's some new one out there. Canva is a favorite, right? And they have all these text to image tools now. So ideation, graphic design, get a good video production tool and a good editing tool. I personally like Opus Pro Clip, and Opus Pro Clip will also give you good viral titles and post them all on your social media. So ideation, graphic design, video production, editing, and then distribution. For me, I like repurpose.io. So you can, or there's also Socialable, that's another one, but you can put all your content just in one place and it will distribute it and post it to all of your different social media. So you can literally wake up in the morning, like people's big thing is, how do I stand out? How do I create content? You can wake up in the morning and say, give me a 30-day posting calendar around this. Who is my ideal audience? What kind of graphic design banners should I create for them? Put those into like ChatGPT, Canva, have them print, have them produce it. You can tell them your brand and your HTML code, color codes and stuff like that. Then you can say, turn this into a video, go into something like v.io or Envato or InVideo, put the prompt in there, have it create a video, and then you can edit it with B-roll and captions and all the things that the algorithms like, and you can have it automatically posted throughout the rest of the day. And if you bulk produce or if you batch produce your content, you can do that in a weekend and sit back and relax and just focus on your business, which I think a lot of entrepreneurs are like, I got to run my business, but marketing is a full-time job. If you batch produce and use AI, it makes it so much easier. You basically have an entire marketing team with you for like less than $100, and that's if you get the pro version of all those tools that I mentioned earlier. But they all have free versions too. So
I do the ideation slightly different.
Okay, tell me about it.
Chat GPT will search the web a lot more, so you can do more end up, but it does hallucinate quite a lot.
Yeah.
It does, like it just comes up, and some of the data comes back. So sometimes I'll come up with an idea, and then I'll get it to lay the whole thing out, and then I'll take that to Claude, and I'll ask Claude to analyze it and make it better.
Oh.
And then Claude makes it better. So I have a digital version of me now on ChatGPT. I've digitized myself.
Yeah.
But even just basically doing, so if people with content, they don't know what to do, so you go in, you can ask her for content. Who are you? What are you doing? What you want to do? I want to be an affiliate marketer. We'll tell you where to go. Some sites have gateways on them, like Warrior Plus. You can't see into it, but it can see into ClickBank. It can see into all of these other ones, and then you can actually create a campaign around that. But I find that by having one checking the other, ChatGPT is a bit more salesy than Claude is a bit more businessy.
I love Claude. Claude is my favorite.
So I would use Claude a lot to actually create courses. So we have a whole upsell on the front of this, and everything is being made by AI.
Yeah.
Everything from start to finish, the concepts, the ideas, the sales copy, the content for the programs. I'm on HeyGen at the moment learning that. Can't get it to work with my heads, but I can get the AI to text, or the text to AI to do it. And I may go into Quick Designs and play with that then shortly to do it. But like the whole idea is that, you have to eat your own dog food. And I think that's very important, because you have a lot of people saying, oh yeah, you should do this and you should do that. You do this, no. Then why should I do it? So I think AI definitely. I love your 3 tips. Don't get overwhelmed, because you can run down. Even in the chats, you can run down. And the other big tip that I'll give, because I haven't given anybody any tips, I must realize that, so we do it together. The other tip that I have for people is stack your chats. Ask it to do a thing, and then go to the next chat and say, look at the previous chat and now do this, because it will come back with much, much better answers.
Oh, because it has stuff to reference. I love that.
It's to reference, but it's also singular focus.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes you avoid hallucinations, as they're lovingly called now by that. So because so if we create something now, we're doing maybe like I'd have a project. So I have a webinar one, right, where I put me and 2 other speakers. I got it to analyze their webinars, the whole lot, and then I pump up my webinar and my slides, put my slides up, and I get it to analyze my webinar in relation to these, and it tells me this one site more funny, maybe you should add more humor, maybe you should add this, maybe you should add that, your call to action is unclear, maybe you should add this as a bonus, and it actually analyzes the whole thing for me.
That's fantastic. And we didn't even talk about like AI agents, and I gave like the 5 main ones, but other ones like Gamma and what's another one? GenSpark, that will help you produce slides and presentations. And there's ones for SEO. There's AI for branding. So yeah, you can get lost in all of these things, but just stick with the basic foundations first and build something.
Yeah, stick with the ones that are going to make you money. No, if you don't need to, if you're not writing webinars, you don't need a webinar creator. It's that simple. If you're not ready to do videos, you don't need a video creator. If you don't identify your audience, then that's your first thing. But actually setting up as projects, I found, has been very, very good. But yeah, I love your tips, definitely, because I even saw it myself. It's we've actually have our own software as part of Go High Level, right? But we branded Traffic Genius, and we're actually putting on about 50 tools on that, which is a lot, to do, and we're doing it by category. Because the biggest aggravation that most people have with AI is not prompt engineering, not the chat. It's what the hell did I buy?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I get this, and I have a free account in that one. I do it myself. I go on and I go, so, oh, you have an account? I have. I bought one that takes YouTube videos and transcribes them in seconds. I can't remember the name of it. But you can't remember the name of it. And I have a million bookmarks. So putting all of those inside into the marketing suite that we use for our clients, we're just putting it in there. So now you'll have it, then they'll be hyperlinked. They'll go bring you to your account, and then we'll integrate them. So you have it nice and simple.
You can definitely go down an AI rabbit hole. Yeah. And
Or you can get lost for months, and by the time you come out of it, there's a new rabbit hole, if not 100 of them.
whole new black hole universe of AI, right?
And the other thing, I suppose it's an age thing as well, Nakimbe, is like, you know, I don't care if the latest one does it a millisecond better than the old one, or it does it like, if I know something, it's easier sometimes to use what you know, because I don't want to lose the brain space with learning all of the new nuances. Like, you know, DeepSeek is better than Chat. I tried DeepSeek, didn't like it, and I said, you know what? I use Chat, I use Claude, and I use them as a tag team. And I find that's very good because Claude will put it more business, as I said, more business speak. It's more professional, and it doesn't come up with icons of rockets and all of this crap. Like you know, AI, it's an area when there's an icon of a rocket, you just know, like. So thanks for taking the time to chat with us. We're looking forward to your presentation as always, and we're delighted to have you on the summit.
Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much, Anthony. All right, I'll see you soon.